Hi, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic day. If you're tuning into this at a different time, hi. I am making this video at about 7 o'clock. So I've had my full day. I've Zoomed with some of you. And now it's the time of day when I like to get in my cozy clothes. So I have this big t-shirt on, and I always have like a nice soft blanket whenever I'm curling up on the couch or in this nice little day bed. So it's kind of like a couch and a bed at the same time. And sometimes I come in here, I might meditate, or I like to read a book. And as I was going to make this video for you, I realized that this picture in the background was in the shot, and it's a really special picture to me, and I'll explain to you why. So that drawing, and maybe I'll upload a picture of it so you guys can see it more up close later, but that drawing is a drawing by my grandmother, who I called Nanny, and she's passed away now, but she loved to draw and she loved to paint, and so I keep this picture in this room because this is, like I explained to you, this is where I get ready in the morning and often where I start and end my day. So I like to keep this picture with the sunflower. I like to keep it here. And I was reading, I have a note written by my grandmother framed below it. And I was thinking I might share it with you all. And as I was thinking of doing that, I realized that the date of the letter that my grandmother sent me in the mail was from March 25th, 1999. And today, as I'm recording this, it is March 25th, 2020. So my grandmother wrote me this note 21 years ago. So I got this note from my grandmother when I was 5 years old. So I was in kindergarten, so a year younger than many of you. And she drew this sunflower for me, and that's actually a card. And so this note is what's inside the card, and I'll read it to you. So it says, "Thank you, dear Carly. Thank you so much for the notes and drawings." And so just like all of you, I loved drawing my grandmother notes, or drawing her drawings and sending her notes. And it says, "You are really doing so well with your printing and drawing." So printing, she means my handwriting. And it says, "I hear your school is great and that you have a wonderful teacher." So something cool about my grandmother, she was actually a PE teacher. So like Mr. Colton, she was a PE teacher, and then her husband, my grandfather rather, I called him Poppy. He's passed away too, but Poppy was a school principal. And so he was like Dr. Landry. So she said that she heard I had a wonderful teacher and that I was doing well in school. And she also said, "I drew a sunflower for you because it is bright and cheerful just like you." And then she goes on to wish me a happy Easter and says, XXXOOO Nanny. So I thought that was really cool and really special, and it kind of made me feel good before I started recording this video. So thank you for listening to me share that with you. The main reason why I wanted to record this video was so I could share with you a book called Come With Me. And this book, I think, will speak to a lot of you because I know that this time is difficult, right? We're not in school. We're asked to stay home so that we can keep our families healthy and we can keep ourselves healthy too. And a lot has changed in the past couple of weeks and days even, right? And you might be overhearing things on the news or seeing something on the TV or even hearing your parents talk, and maybe they've explained some of what's going on to you. And sometimes, and you can show me a connection signal if you feel this way too, but sometimes it can feel like we're powerless, like we have no power, like there's nothing that I can do as Miss Smith to make the world a better place. And so this book kind of talks about the different ways that we can help those around us and how we can do little things each day to make the world a better place and to help out. So I'm going to start reading it to you. I'll turn for the pictures. So it says, "Come with me." And it's written by McGhee, and it's illustrated by Pascal, Lemaitre. I think that might be French. I don't know. Okay. So it says, all over the world, the news told and retold of anger and hatred. People against people, and the little girl was frightened by everything she heard and saw and felt. She asked her papa if there was something she could do to make the world a better place. Her papa said, "Come with me." And so when I read the next page, I want you guys to think about what she and her dad did to make the world a better place. So think about that as I read. Hand in hand, they walked out the door to the subway. Waiting there on the platform, her papa tipped his hat to those he met. So the little girl did too. I think the thing that they did together to make the world a better place was they just said hi to everybody, and they were really nice and kind, and maybe that made someone's day. Maybe smiling to someone while waiting for the subway made someone feel better. They rode the train through the tunnels underground. The girl and her papa were brave and kind, and that day they won a tiny battle over fear for themselves and for the people of the world. The news kept telling of anger and hatred, and the little girl asked her mama what she could do to make the world a better place. Her mama said, "Come with me." They went to their grocery to buy some things for dinner. Because one person doesn't represent a family or a race or the people of a land. Her mama cooked and the girl set the table, piece by piece, as she's always done. Show a connection signal if you also make the table or set the table. Plate in the middle, knife and spoon to the right, fork on the left, napkin by its side, water glass. The little girl sat with her mama and her papa, and they ate together. Her dog nuzzled her under the table. She scratched his head. "I want to do something of my own," she said. "Can I walk the dog?" Her parents looked at each other, and they looked at their child. They let her go and sent a message to the world. They would not live in fear. And when the little girl opened the door, the boy across the hall opened his door too. "Where are you going?" he asked. The little girl said, "Come with me." Kind of like her mom and her dad, right? Because two people together are stronger than one. The girl, the boy, and the dog were happy to be out. One step at a time, they understood what they could do to make the world a better place. They could go on. Brave, gentle, strong, and kind to one another and all living things. As tiny as it was, their part mattered to the world. So I'm going to turn this, and I want you to think about the things that the boy and the girl did on this page and the last couple of pages to make the world a better place. Your part matters too. Come with me. So I really like this book because it teaches us that as small as it may seem, your part matters to the world. And that's a line from the book, and probably my favorite line from the book. So maybe you can talk with your family about little things that you can do to make the world a better place, or to just help out your family in this tough time. Some ideas, some things that I do to make the world a better place in my everyday life is I like to call my friends and I check on them and I say hi. And I call my family and I do the same. I might send a nice text to a friend, or even maybe put something in the mail and mail it to them. And then really simple little things like unloading the dishwasher or helping make dinner. Those are little things that you can do to help make the world a better place in this tricky time that we're in. So thanks for listening.